Steg awoke to the beeping on his console, the signal that his cryosleep was finally over. He shook the ice off his scales and flexed his legs and tail. 650 years gone in a flash. To him, it seemed that no time had passed. Steg keyed up the dust-covered console in front of him and started running the diagnostic programs before moving over to start the wake-up process for the captain and the rest of the crew. The red alarm lights drawing his attention back to his station. Allowing the crew to finish the wake-up process by themselves, he moved quickly back to the console. Captain Tai shook the ice from his scales before flexing his jaw and arms, shaking his tail before noticing the red alarm lights coming from all over the bridge. Steg, status report. Steg shifted through the data before turning to the captain. Sir, the exterior cameras appear to be covered. Most likely dust collected while we were asleep. We planned for this, just have to wait for the crew to get out and get them cleaned. The troubling part is that our orbit seems to have been destabilized. I won't know specifics until the cameras and sensors get cleaned and back up. The captain sighed. They had known this would be a possibility. He just hated waking up in the dark. Make it a priority to get everything cleaned up. I'm ready to get back home. 4 hours later. Comp looked over his team, all suited up and ready to head out into space. His team was the best external maintenance there was, both in terms of speed and efficiency. Unfortunately, without the external sensors, it had taken longer than expected to get ready for the job. Without knowing what exactly would be needed to be done, they had to grab all the men they could, as well as much supplies and tools as they could. Alright men, time to get this ship back to proper shape. The captain is already upset and I know we are all ready to get back home. Com pressed the control panel to open the airlock. The door was slowly opening to reveal the grey dirt packed around the ship. Son of a whore. Alright men, let's get this cleared up. 2 hours later. Sir, Company's men have broken through the layer of rock and cleared off the shield generators as well as the sensors. They are working on the cameras now. The shields help clear most of the rock. The captain smiled. Finally some progress. Find out how far off our orbit became and how long before we can get back to Earth. Steg sighed and dropped his head. He knew this next news would anger the captain. Our orbit has become very unstable, more egg-shaped than circular. And if my calculations are correct, we've been asleep for 65 million years, not 650. At this news, the captain's jaw dropped. Disbelief more than anything else. How is that possible? Captain, I'm receiving transmissions from Earth. This time it was Tor who spoke. Cutting into the conversation, it seems something survived the asteroid impact. I believe it's the mammals.